What's up, goodies? Welcome back to your girl channel and to my kitchen, how to cook. And today, boo, we are doing this vegan food cake in the kitchen, fast, easy, and simple as you requested. Going to be sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notifications so you won't miss an upload. And for all I'm returning good, on a done know, on a girl loving it to the max, on a ready for cook. Come on, let's cook. Okay, my lovelies, let's jump right into the recipe. I'm going to show you how to make your fruits fast, easy, and simple without having it wait for an entire year, right? Now, what you're going to do is this. You're going to get your cherries. I'm using 1 cup of cherry here. Add it into the blender, okay? Now, to that, I'm using these California raisins here. Use whatever you have at hand. I'm going to also add 1 cup of the raisins into the blender, okay? Now to the cherry and to the raisins, I'm going to use my fruit mix here. I'm going to add a total of 1 cup to that as well. All right, I'm going to show you how to make this thing easy. We don't have to be a burden making our fruit cake when Christmas come around. All right, I'm going to show you how to do it. Now here you're going to add the wine, and as far as your wine is concerned, you want to be sure whatever wine you choose to use, it is sweet wine only. I'm using 2 cups here, all right, 2 cups. Now to that, all right, all you have to do here is it's simple. You're just going to go ahead and cover it up, all right? So we're just going to add 2 cups of wine and 1 cup each of the fruits of choice and give it a really good mix. Now, depending on how chunky you want your fruits, for this particular recipe, we're not going to go all the way too smooth, okay? I'm still going to leave a little bit of chunk in it, but you're going to just choose however smooth or you want it, if that makes any sense. That is my choice right there, okay? Simple. Now, after you have done all of that, and you have your desired pieces, this is what you're going to do. On the stove top, you're going to put your pot on, and all you have to do is put your fire at a medium heat. You're going to pour all that mixture into the pot, and you're going to allow this to heat up for probably about 4 minutes or so. Now, after the 4 minutes, you're going to shut the heat off, and you're going to let it sit and just chill out and get cool, all the way down cool. So that process is going to take maybe an hour. So you're going to let it cook for about 5 minutes, bubble, turn the fire off, and just let it come back to a total cool, right? You don't want to put it into the mixture if it's hot or warm. Now, moving right along, in a container, we're going to use our vegetable shortening here, right? We're going to go ahead and use that. Now, goodie, I'm going to list everything that I am using for the recipe down in the description, so go ahead and check out for your exact measurements. Now to that, you're going to add some coconut oil. I'm using my organic coconut oil here. You could have used vegan butter, but for this recipe, we're going to go with the vegetable shortening and the vegetable shortening and the coconut oil. Damn it, you know me, I said. So we're going to go ahead and use those two. I don't know why I'm getting tongue-tied. Maybe it's too early in the morning. All right, now I'm going to go in and add my organic cane sugar here. You could use a brown sugar. This is the organic cane sugar, okay? So we're going to combine these two together, like so. Y'all, I kid you not. It is about 2:30 a.m. in the morning, and I am tired and I'm exhausted. But here I am doing a voiceover, okay? Tired, honey. All right, my lovely, so we go ahead and combine that in together, all right? Now, you could use a cake mixer for this, hand mixer, or for me, I like to do old school way, but today we're just gonna go this route, right? We're gonna make everything fast. Easy and simple and full with nut butter flavor. Now, as far as my egg substitute is concerned, I'm going to be using the applesauce here, and again, the measurements will be down in the description. You could also use flaxseed if you want to use flaxseed. Just go ahead and add about a half cup of flaxseed to a half cup of water. Let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then you add it into the mix. All right, that is a perfect egg substitute as well. But I just love the texture that I get when I use the applesauce. All right, and I'm using unsweetened applesauce, unsweetened. So just go ahead and combine everything together. Bring everything down to the middle because you want to make sure you smooth out that coconut oil and the vegetable oil. Just want to make sure you combine everything is what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm tired now. I'm tired. I'm also rumbling, but I'm tired too, y'all. But I gotta get this done. Gotta get it done. Now I'm going to go and add about a teaspoon of orange zest and lemon zest to it. Combine those together. It's going to give the cake a nice little flavor here, you know. Mix it all in there. Put it aside and move along. Now here I am using some baking flour here. I'm using about 4 cups of baking flour. I'm adding all my spices, which is my cinnamon powder, my nutmeg, my mixed spice. I'm adding also the baking powder. And again, y'all, I'm going to add everything. Put everything in the description. I'm adding salt here and nutmeg. If I didn't remember everything, I'm definitely going to put it in there when time asleep. My mind come back together. But honey, your girl is exhausted. Okay. But yeah, just go ahead and just sift everything through here nicely. Make sure to take all them lumps out so you don't have any lumps into your cake. And it is critical because when you bake your cake and you cut it, you're going to see some white things in it if you don't sift your flour. All right. Now, all we have to do here is like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3 here. Good to make sure that you subscribe to the channel, y'all. Don't just sit there watch me cooking and baking. Just go ahead and subscribe, all right? Now be sure that you give it a nice little mix here. I did throw it in this container here because I wanted to use that bigger container to mix everything in. So I did separate this. I just poured it out in this container here. Yes, honey. All right, moving along here. This is what you're going to do. We're going to combine everything now and get this cake set up and wet up, right? All right, now we're going to do is going to pour out this wet ingredients into the big container here. Just throw it all up in there like so. All right, and now what we are going to do, we are going to go ahead and just pour in her fruits. And again, y'all, you could make your fruits however you want it. A lot of people don't like it too smooth, and a lot of people do not like it chunky. I like it in between, all right? So, yeah, right in the middle. So, here we go. After you put that in, you give it a good mix. And now you're going to put your flour in. You're going to put your flour mixer, the dry ingredients, half of it first, all right? Give it a spin and a chop, a spin and a chop, and just keep going with it until everything is mixed in as much as possible here. Yes, my lovelies. I noticed that a lot of people is watching me cooking, but y'all is not subscribed. Y'all don't just watch me cook. Y'all go ahead and join the family. We no bite over here, you know. We no bite. The good is them love, you know, for join in, right? Yes. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe. It's easy, y'all. And that way you will know each time I upload brand new content. It's not just going to be a pop-up on your timeline. Surprisingly, you are always going to know when your girl upload contents. All right, so be sure that you subscribe and turn on the notification. All right, so I did go in and add the other half of the dry to the wet and mix it in. Turn it, twirl it, and chop. Turn and chop. Turn or swirl and split in the middle. Right? That way you will have perfect cake every time, each and every time. It only assures you that you don't overmix your batter, okay? Because if you overmix your cake, it's going to fall flat. Now here I am adding some lemon juice. I'm so tired, but don't even know what I add. And then I am going to add some rose water, okay, and the vanilla. I want to add those wet ingredients in to turn up the flavor, dolls. And then I'm gonna add some rum, any rum of your choice. Please don't ask me what rum I'm using. I'm just using a regular Shegla rum. I'm finding I'm a bar. And then I'm just using the regular Shegla wine, but it have to be sweet wine, all right? Add whichever you like, yeah. And I think that's it, yeah. Just give it a nice little mix again. Y'all, I'm like tired here, y'all. My beat. But I'm gonna stop until I finish up this voiceover here. Alright, so we're just mixing it in. Okay. Twirl it, chop it, twirl it, chop it. Alright. Make sure you get everything from the sides. Combine it really nicely. Until everything forms and comes together. Okay. And once again, everything that I have used for this vegan fruitcake recipe will be listed down below. Down below, y'all. Now we're going to go in for the color. So we're going to use any regular Shegla browning where you can find on the shelf. Now, I did had about 2 tablespoons of browning. Now, for me, I like my cake with color, okay? I like my cake kind of dark, not overly dark, but I do like a very dark cake. So it is going to be up to you as far as your color is concerned. I really don't like to give measurements on the color because it might not suit your liking. So what you're going to do is just go ahead and add a tablespoon first and mix and see how the color is when you do that. And if you need more, you go ahead and add a tablespoon again, or whatever you like. For me, like I said before, I do like a dark cake, so I did go back in and add another teaspoon or so. All right, so that was my color of choice. So you're going to have to decide again your color of choice as far as your cake is concerned, because remember, it's called not only fruit cake, but it's called black cake as well. Okay, black cake. Some people like it black, 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 black. You know what I'm saying? But this is the color that I chose. Alright, my love bugs, make sure that your oven is on. Your oven should be preheated. Do not put your cake into a cold oven, because if you put the cake in a cold oven and you cook, if you put your cake in a cold oven and your cake flat, don't blame me no good day, because your cake I forgot in the oven when the oven is real hot, preheated. Your oven needs to be at 375 degrees and it takes about an hour to bake. But before you pull it out of the oven and think it baked, make sure you get a toothpick or so, or a knife or something, and poke into the middle of your cake to ensure that it is not soft on the inside, and so that you will know that your cake is baked or not. If it's still kind of moist in the middle, you want to put it back in the oven and give it an additional 10 minutes or so, and you should be good to go. Okay. When you put your batter into the baking pan, make sure that your baking pan is nicely greased. I did use a parchment paper in bottom just to ensure that my cake does not stick once I release it. All right, we don't need no sticky cake business going on around here. I did use butter spray for my baking pan, right? But just go ahead and just smooth out the cake on top, all right, just like so, until it comes nice and smooth. And that's about it. Put it into your oven, allow it to bake, and ta-da, you're going to have some nice vegan cake. But don't forget though, y'all, once you put the batter in, you're going to give it a nice little tap it, shake it, tap it, so that way any ear pockets are gone and any little thing when they're supposed to be there is gone. Right, everything combined nice. Wipe it off if you have to. That is very maybe not necessary, it don't really matter, but just go ahead and put it in the oven and make it bake. And when it comes out, it's going to look like this. Perfect. I did not measure mine, but I kind of know what to tell you down below, right? So here we go. Our vegan cake is all done. Came out nice and moist and filled with nothing but flavor. I really enjoyed this recipe. Y'all should give it a try. You're going to love it. I'm telling you, you will not regret the flavor. Just make sure you subscribe to the channel for all this good love that I am sharing, and turn on the post notification, honey. Once you try this recipe, please connect with me on Instagram so I can see your cake, what it looks like. You will not even know that it is a vegan. It is nice and moist and spongy on the inside, y'all. So make sure that you're sharing this good love with all your friends and family. Tell them what's going on over here. Bring them, come and send them, come. I am waiting, okay? Y'all, listen. Make sure, that y'all enjoying these recipes. All right, we jump into this good cooking up over here for sure. For sure. You have to try this recipe, y'all. Trust me. The thing nice, bad. But listen again. Share the good love with all the friends and family, like I said before, man. Tell them what's going on over here. Bring them, come and send them, come. I am waiting. After you get done doing all of that, tell me what you want to see me cook next in my kitchen. Make sure you have a Merry Christmas when it comes, and also a Happy New Year whenever you watch this, right? And remember, as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen, enjoy!